History is full of celebrated heroes, but today we delve into the shadows, unearthing the stories of those who made a difference but remained unsung. These are the tales not often told, of individuals who, through their actions, ideas, or inventions, shaped the course of our world, yet their names are seldom whispered in the annals of history. Why is it that some figures fade into the background while others are etched into memory? Perhaps it's a matter of timing, or maybe the spotlight simply fell on someone else. Sometimes societal barriers such as gender and race play an unfortunate role, keeping these individuals from their deserved recognition. Today we break those barriers. We explore the overlooked chapters, the unappreciated narratives, the hidden heroes who were instrumental in their time, but whose stories have been eclipsed by more prominent figures. Join us as we step back in time and shine a light on these forgotten heroes. Our first unsung hero is a woman of beauty, brains, and bravery, Hedy Lamarr. Hedy Lamarr, born Hedwig Eva Maria Kiesler, was not your average Hollywood starlet. She was a woman of extraordinary talent, both on and off the screen. Lamarr's story begins in Vienna, Austria, where she was born in the early 20th century. After a brief stint in European cinema, she made her way to Hollywood, where she quickly rose to fame for her stunning beauty and acting prowess. But Lamarr was much more than a pretty face. Behind her glamorous Hollywood persona, she was a brilliant inventor with a mind for science and technology. During the Second World War, Lamarr learned of the challenges faced by the Allied forces in using torpedoes. The problem was that enemy forces could easily intercept and jam the radio signals controlling these weapons. Lamarr, alongside composer George Antheil, proposed a solution, a frequency hopping system that would make the signals much harder to detect and interfere with. Despite having no formal training in engineering or physics, Lamarr showed an intuitive understanding of these complex principles. She and Antheil developed a system that used 88 frequencies, mirroring the same number of keys on a piano, to hop between different transmission channels. This ingenious system made it virtually impossible for enemies to track or jam the signals. Their invention was patented in 1942, but it wasn't until the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 decades later that the US Navy started to implement their technology. Today, Lamarr's frequency hopping system forms the backbone of modern wireless communications, including Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and GPS. But despite her remarkable contribution, Lamarr's role as an inventor was largely overlooked during her lifetime. It wasn't until the late 90s that she finally received recognition for her work, long after her Hollywood career had faded. Hedy Lamarr, a star not just on screen but in the field of science and technology too. Next, we turn our gaze to Garrett Morgan, the forgotten pioneer of safety. As the dawn of the 20th century broke, America was in the throes of the Industrial Revolution. Machines were becoming an integral part of daily life, but with them came new dangers. Enter Garrett Morgan, a man who saw these challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for invention. Morgan wasn't just an inventor, he was a visionary. He saw the chaos on the roads as cars, bicycles, horse-drawn carriages, and pedestrians all vied for right-of-way. Recognizing the need for order, he designed an innovative traffic management system, the traffic signal, a simple yet profoundly impactful invention. This three-position traffic signal was the precursor to the red, yellow, and green lights we obey today, but Morgan's ingenuity didn't stop at traffic management. He also turned his attention to another pressing issue of his time, the dangerous conditions faced by firefighters and miners. In response, he invented the safety hood, better known today as the gas mask. This device, equipped with a tube to draw in clean air, was a literal lifesaver, protecting countless workers from harmful smoke and gases. These inventions, as simple as they may seem today, were revolutionary in their time. Morgan's traffic signal brought order to the chaos of early motorized transport, preventing countless accidents. His safety hood, meanwhile, protected workers in some of the most hazardous conditions imaginable, ultimately saving countless lives. It's easy to overlook the significance of these inventions, especially as they have become such commonplace aspects of our modern world. But it's essential to remember the context in which they were created. At a time when safety regulations were few and far between, Morgan's inventions were not just innovative, they were life-saving. Garrett Morgan, a testament to innovation whose inventions continue to save lives every day. We journey back to ancient Alexandria to meet Hypatia, the unsung philosopher. In a landscape dominated by men, Hypatia of Alexandria stood as a beacon of wisdom and knowledge. Born in the mid-4th century AD, she was a pioneering woman scientist, mathematician, and philosopher. Her father Theon, a noted mathematician and philosopher himself, ensured Hypatia received an education that was unparalleled in her time. Hypatia's intellect was not confined to one field. She delved deep into the realms of mathematics, astronomy, and philosophy. She was known to have edited the work on conic sections by Apollonius of Perga, which involved the concepts of hyperbola, parabola, and ellipse. Her contributions to astronomy are equally significant, with her work on astrolabes and hydrometers, devices used for celestial navigation and measuring the gravity of liquids respectively. Her philosophical teachings, deeply rooted in the teachings of Plato and Aristotle, attracted a large following. Hypatia was not just a scholar secluded in her study, but a public intellectual who imparted knowledge to a diverse group of students, including pagans, Christians, and politicians. Yet Hypatia's story is tinged with tragedy. In a world that was deeply divided by religious factions, Hypatia, a pagan, became a target. In the year 415 AD, she was brutally murdered by a mob of Christian zealots. Her death marked not only the end of an extraordinary life, but also the end of an era of great intellectual thought in Alexandria. Hypatia's legacy was nearly erased from history. Her works were lost, her teachings forgotten, and her story silenced for centuries. But, like a phoenix, Hypatia's story has risen from the ashes. Today, she stands as a testament to the enduring spirit of inquiry and the pursuit of knowledge. She is a symbol of defiance against those who seek to suppress wisdom, and a beacon for all women who dare to step into the traditionally male-dominated fields of science and philosophy. Hypatia, a beacon of wisdom whose light was dimmed but not extinguished. As we revisit these forgotten heroes, we realize the power of their hidden impact. In the shadows of history, we rediscovered the silent warrior, Hedy Lamarr, an actress who doubled as an inventor. She brought to life a frequency hopping system, a technology that forms the backbone of today's wireless communications. Without her, your smartphones might not exist, and the world, as we know it, would be vastly different. We uncovered the forgotten pioneer, Garrett Morgan, who, despite his humble beginnings, gifted us with inventions that continue to keep us safe. His traffic signal, a simple yet revolutionary device, prevents chaos on our roads every single day. His safety hood, the precursor to the modern gas mask, has saved countless lives in emergency situations. We delved into the life of the unsung philosopher Hypatia, who was a beacon of knowledge in an era when women were rarely allowed to shine. Her teachings in mathematics, astronomy, and philosophy still echo in the hallowed halls of academia. Her courage and dedication to knowledge continue to inspire generations of scholars and thinkers. These unsung heroes may not grace the pages of every history book, but their contributions have undeniably shaped the world we live in. They've left a legacy that stretches beyond their times, a legacy that we continue to benefit from in ways we often overlook. Their stories remind us that heroes come in all forms and from all walks of life. They challenge our perceptions, showing us that a hero isn't always a warrior on a battlefield or a leader in a boardroom. Sometimes a hero is an actress with a passion for invention, a traffic controller with a keen eye for safety, or a philosopher with an unwavering commitment to knowledge. They may have been forgotten, but their stories continue to inspire. Here's to the unsung heroes of history. As we close this chapter of Forgotten Heroes, we open a new one, the call to remember. It's a silent call that echoes through the annals of history, beckoning us to delve deeper into the past, to uncover the stories of those who, though they may not have graced the pages of our textbooks, have left indelible marks on our world. In every corner of our history there are unsung heroes, individuals who dared to challenge the status quo, who dared to dream, who dared to make a difference. Their contributions, though often overlooked, are woven into the fabric of our society. So let's answer this silent call. Let's embark on a journey of discovery. Let's learn more about these hidden figures and celebrate their contributions. They are the silent warriors, the forgotten pioneers, the unsung philosophers. As we look back, let us remember the forgotten heroes, for they too have shaped our world.